I've experienced this sort of thing myself in some aspects. The harsh reality of everything that no one talks about is, as a content creator, you are meaningless. That's effectively how you're treated. Content creators only care about you if they think they can benefit off of you. I've been treated that way multiple times. And when you see people like Cinder and, their group, it gives you hope to find that kind of group one day yourself. A group of people that you really connect with, you can help each other grow, and you're actually friends. You're not there to just benefit off of each other. You actually care about each other. And so far, it seems like they all feel that way, except for actually Cinder. Like I can't tell you the amount of abuse content creators get from each other. From my experience, the majority of us supporting each other is fake. We don't care about each other. Only until we can't benefit off of each other do we care about each other. At least that's how it seems. I'm not that kind of person. I make it clear with the people that I collab with, I want friends. I don't want to do a collab and then just part ways and then we never talk to each other again. That's not the kind of person that I am. That's why I don't collab with people very often, because most people are like that. Most people only care about the numbers, or to get with you romantically, in some sense. So when you have people like Cinder and you think it's real until you realize it's not, I can't express to you how much I hate being a content creator, because I do. And it's not because I don't like making content creation. It's because I hate how most other content creators that I've come in contact with have been like. And we all just have to smile and pretend like everything is okay when everything hurts. Here's something else that makes it particularly weird for me. There was a time where I was kind of like really low. I was just not having a good time as a content creator. So I reached out to a content creator that I admire. I reached out to them in DMs and I didn't get a response, and I expected that. And of course it still hurt, but I expected that, and I don't fault them for that. They can't respond to every DM that they get, But then I go on their Twitter, just see what's up, and they're making all these posts about how much they love Cinder and how she's such an inspiration and everything. And again, I've been doing this for 6 years now. So to see this person that I looked up to care a lot about this, Cinder and show so much support, is it their fault or Cinder's fault? No, it's not. And it's it's my responsibility to take care of myself and everything. I'm not trying to pin the blame on anyone or anything like that. But it does make it weird, because in my head, I'm wondering if my career ever is going to take off as a content creator. The person I ask about content creation, how do I improve that, and all that, don't say anything, but they show all the support for someone else. And in my head, I'm like, maybe if I was just better, maybe if I was bigger, I'm trans female. If I was just born the right way, then maybe I would matter enough to get a response or to be where I want to be in my life. And again, I'm not blaming anyone, but it did take me a little bit of time to stop looking at Cinder and being bitter. Yeah, it took me a while to get over that, and eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just happy for them and everything. And then all this stuff comes out, and it's like, well, now I feel like I was even angrier. Like, I feel like I was angry for kind of a valid reason, but also it wasn't even worth being angry about. Like, it just reinforces my anger. And I know, there's no sense in comparing. I am at the height of my career. I am actually making okay money doing this. I know it's a weird thing to talk about with content creators, but I don't like the fact that content creators refuse to talk about how much money they make from this stuff. I make okay money. I make a few $100s from this, and that's way more than I was 6 months ago. So I'm doing a lot better now, and I'm streaming, which is something I've wanted to do for years, and I'm building a community that I wanted to build for years. I'm actually doing it. I'm doing okay. I'm not where I want to be, but then again, who is? But the crippling loneliness that you feel as a content creator is something that I don't think is talked about, because again, we don't matter to each other the majority of the time. We are a means to an end to each other, and that's it. There is no content creator community. There is almost no streamer community. We are all meaningless unless we can benefit off of each other. That is the nature of our work, and I hate that that is the case. Again, I don't want that. I'm not in that mindset. I want friends. I want community. I'm not here to make thousands of dollars every day. I wanted to be a content creator since I was 10 years old, even before I knew you could make money off of this. But something that I think everyone here, I mean, my audience is, you know, primarily male, and I am born male, and so I have some male aspects of me still. I think everyone here can relate and understand that when you're not making money, your sense of self-worth plummets into the ground. Because all your life you're being told you don't matter unless you make money, unless you can support a woman and a family. And I have never had that in my entire life, the ability to do any of that stuff. Doing the one thing that I want to do with my life. And so you see all this, and it just reinforces your anger and your hatred toward the path that you've chosen. To know that everybody is so out for themselves, or at least it seems that way. So it's insanely isolating. But your little beacon of hope is sometimes when you see other people being able to do it. And then you have these things where a person like Cinder, who pretended to be friends with people, but was secretly backstabbing them the whole time. And it reminds you that, you know, of this mindset that you're trying to not believe is actually real. So yeah, like I'm angry. I'm angry that the people that we're supposed to look to are the very people that, like, are the same type of people that have mistreated you before. It's hard not to feel alone and like you're losing hope when everything feels transactional. Again, most content creators probably aren't the kind that are looking to use each other. It just kind of feels that way at times, especially because we're also fucking socially awkward. Like, let's just be real. We're so fucking socially awkward, and it's largely because of, you know, quarantine. A lot of us were forced to stay indoors during times where we were supposed to also be like forging friendships and being social. You know, like that obviously is going to have an impact. Most of us are born and raised on the internet, and the internet is like a really weird place. Try and understand how the world works.